Hello there, all you fabulous phantoms. I am GhostUrsa, your host, and do not let the charm fool you. This game is not for the faint of heart. I have heard the stories of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm sure you have as well. Let's see if they can send shivers down my spine, much like Slay the Princess made me question things. I'm excited to get started with this, phantoms. Let's see how this turns out, because there's no doubts about it. This is supposed to become one wild ride. So I'm gonna hit the new game button here. What is my name? I'm gonna call me we're gonna do that, and let's get started. Yep, it's supposed to get weird, though it starts off pretty tame. All right, do we want me to read this? I suppose we can. There is not, sadly, a voice-acted lines for all this, I don't think. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance. Why is she annoying? Well, she's just waving her arms at me. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That's not just high school in general. Sayori? My neighbor and good friend. You know, the kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. That seems kind of mean, doesn't it? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. That sounds like you need to actually talk to your friends more, man. But if she's gonna chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. What? Why does the main character have butt? However, just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Hey, give your friend a hug. She needs help. Hey, Froggo! Let's see how this game turns out. Despite its cute exterior, it's supposed to get weird. I overslept again. That sounds like depression. We should help her. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, why am I so mean? You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. I don't like my main character. He's a butt. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I'm a butt. I don't like this already. The real monster was me all along. Wait, why did you wait for me after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you wanted to. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. My voice is going to be shot by the end of this. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Wait, speckled? Like they're glitter? Alright. Oh, by the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I swear, I can speak. Frog already knows what's in for me. I've only heard the stories. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Oh, did I? I'm sure it's positive that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I am a butt! Holy cow! She likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content and just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. You know what? Why is this the thing that they're trying to say, oh, I'm some kind of degenerate? Come on, guys. Uh-huh. I know it. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull off all these voices, so I'm not even going to try. I'm going for narration. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't even learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Yeah, the main character definitely needs that. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Yeah, the main character is a butt and you need better friends. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Yeah, we've seen how Konosuba works. That doesn't end out well for them. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because you're a butthead who hopes that actually you can evolve? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Yeah, I feel like the main character is going to have some kind of air of arrogant nobility to him. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her own head. Hey, that's me. I have anxiety too. Leave her alone. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before you know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wanted me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with an anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Yeah, you do that a lot, Mr. High and Mighty. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh, you meanie. Yeah, he is. He's a butt. Sayori is the vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Yeah, because you don't pay attention to anything. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. How is that any problem? Sometimes just starting new things is a nice thing to do. Man, I'm really getting mad at this main character. I think any bad fate that befalls people should happen to him too. Oh, 2021 is when this game was released in Steam anyway. That's what I can see for the Plus version. I'm not sure about the original. So it's been a few years. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. Yeah, I suppose the original version, the non-Plus version, is probably that old. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Oh, come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Let's go. I need to keep in my water if I'm going to be doing all this talking. And thus, today marked the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yeah, I think you've sold your soul for less. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Yeah. I'm surprised you even go to the bathroom. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member's here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I don't know why. He's a butt. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, hey, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah, this guy's gonna pull off a Sanji, isn't he? What are you looking at? You want something to say? Say something! Oh, sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like she's a first-year student. This guy is a butt! She is also the one who makes cupcakes, according to Sayori. I bet she's probably really good at it too. You're just bitter. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori said that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people, like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. You smile sweetly. How do I know her? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, okay. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. She's smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. I must be way out of the high school feelings because this guy's kind of a butt, as I said. Is everybody just a dating object to you? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Oh, you too, Monica. Come sit down, Ghost. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one more space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the counter of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Woohoo! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. Can I see them? We're not going to have a picture, huh? Fine. It's not like I'm hungry or something. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Aww, they're so cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. And this is why Sin doesn't get cupcakes. Well, you know, just hurry, take one. Sayori grabbed one first, then Monica, and I follow. It's delicious. Leia walks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing all over her face. Oh. Poor Sid, no cupcakes for you. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Well, probably. You are the new person in class, so she's probably wants to know if you're gonna like it or not. Come on, man. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is good. Thank you. Well, why are you thinking me? It's not like haven't I heard this from somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Well, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, okay, maybe. But not for, you dummy. Okay. Awkward high school drama. All right. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Well, what do you mean by weird? You're the one that's... awkward drama. It almost feels like the main character should have his own face since he's got his own voice, you know? Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Should I, instead of reading the main character's voice as some kind of stuck-up snob, maybe I should read him as Zap Brannigan, making the voice of the Smitten, like from previously, and Slay the Princess. Oh. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teacup next to the cupcake tray. Okay, I gotta make sure I read the words and don't go too fast, otherwise I'm gonna butcher all the words. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom. Oh, don't worry. The teacher gave us permission. I'm sure they probably have a electric tea kettle, too. How else they're going to get the water in here? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Well, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, No, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Well, I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... Oh, that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home. As president of the club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I think we might have different definitions of fun and exciting. I think we do. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Can we have a Doki Doki Debate Club prequel or sequel? Can we have that? It'd be kind of fun. Make it more multiple choice. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. It's gonna happen to here if it gets bigger. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika's a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I've been doing this YouTube thing for 2 years now. Doki Doki Detective Club. There we go. So Debate Club is the prequel, this is the sequel, and then the finale is in the Detective Club. There we go. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Ugh. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right? Oh yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. I feel like I snapped my fingers for that one. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I got a feeling he doesn't like reading clean things. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Mostly manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. That's pretty fair judgment on fantasy enjoyment in general. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, but not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I feel called out. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say it. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Unless you're like me, and then it's like it lingers for years. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Oh, never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? Oh, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem. Don't say it out loud! Give me that back! Alright, fine. Hey, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and pats her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Oh, that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Oh, no. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not very confident writer then, yeah? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reach of your heart. I'd like to say the same about YouTube content creation, but I don't think most people out there are doing that. You have writing experience too, Yuri. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yes, it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read a poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. Everybody looks quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? She smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the whole time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I haven't made a decision yet. I still have other clubs to look at too. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But oh, I'm sorry, I thought... Oh, Ghost. I am defenseless against these girls, now that you're just an idiot. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? You didn't have a clear-headed decision when you started. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Yeah, I see, he didn't have a in his head to begin with. Okay, right. Well, then I've decided. I'll join the literature club. Everybody happy dances. Oh yeah! So happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been so pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Oh, they do this daily? How fast is this game going to be then? Wow. Monica looks over at me once more. Oh, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I actually have to write it. Did she just tee-hee me? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star with my mediocre writing skills? You got mediocre everything skills, man. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Oh, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? You weren't really doing anything happy with yourself anyway. Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Or maybe a swift kick in the butt. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Pick words you think our favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Wait, so what do I do? Do I click on... Can I click on the picture of these guys? No? They're just kind of bouncy. Okay. Maybe I should save my progress, huh? Oh, good. No, I don't have to worry about it. They do that automatically. All right, well, let's do that anyway. Return. Okay. Okay, so... she's into cutesy stuff. She seems to be more into creativity and expressions of the heart. She is more fun-loving. Though I know that's pretty much 100% just the outer surface, because this game is going to get really weird. The extraordinary kitty booped for peace. Okay, I'm assuming, what do I get? Pick one word at a time? You know, I kind of wish they did something where you have like cards that can try to spell out a story or something. Should I be writing for them? Why not just write for me? I thought the whole point of the exercise was supposed to give everybody kind of an idea about what I'm like. Of course, then again, what I'm like and what the main characters like seem to be completely different things. How about kitties? We're gonna talk about kitties. Kitties. The waterfall? Rainbow Unikitty. No, wait. Grieve. Kitty grieves over what? Oh, backwards? Is there a way to undo your change? No, of course not. Alright. So you have no idea if these words are actually going to mean anything. Cool! I would love to be able to see that when you're done with it. Whether it's, obviously, it doesn't have to be on stream. I have no idea what this word means. Effulgent? Effulgent. Oh, I got an achievement for spending so long on this poem that the music looped. What, am I just supposed to, do they just expect us to, like, click on this stuff quickly? Can I do empty bowels? No. Annie? Color. Contamination? What? Nibble. Lust? It's a kitten. Lazy. Lazily on a marshmallow. Yeah. Making a promise. Okay, this is getting weird. Bliss? Email? A tone? A tone for what? Okay, I'm gonna do a tone. A tone for what? Tone for the essence of what? Of a peaceful... Highway? Where is this poem going? Peaceful philosophy sung in an awesome oh, let's add bunny in there. Starscape. Giggling. Okay, we had to be song, so we're gonna do melody. How about clumsy? I like clumsy. It's a clumsy daydream. Fireworks go off in the background. It's a fireworks fantasy. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. The words just seem to make no sense whatsoever. Monica's gonna think this is the weirdest thing ever. I got a feeling Froggo's Shark is gonna make more sense than this. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's okay, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga, so it's me mangaka? Manga is literature! I mean, she's not wrong. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm in the firm belief that literature is literature. If it's written down, it counts. So comic books, they count. Graphic novels, they count. The whole point is to share ideas. Don't worry, guys. He always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helped me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Well, how dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's so. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Ghost can become good friends too. Oh, I don't know about that. Sayori. Yeah? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. What? Sayori! Oh, is it me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Well, what is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Oh, but don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It makes me happy no matter what. Oh, is that so? I wouldn't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. All right. Here you are. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. I think that's supposed to be the whole point of the club, is supposed to share books. I'm assuming the Literature Club is like a book club where you're supposed to share, all read the same book and talk about it. That's my experience anyway. Oh no! Well, that seems strange. Anybody else having the same problem? Because I hope not. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I feel like there's a joke coming about this. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself? I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably just take a nap. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of Literature Club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. I almost said that completely wrong. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. That seems very defeatist. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Oh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Oh, cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That was why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. Oh, now I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my entire vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Oh, sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's your fault for sleeping. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. That is not true. I am literally playing anime horror the game. We just haven't gotten far enough yet. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. I know. You're always looking out for me. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You're looking out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I know. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. What? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all over the place. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of her hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't on straight. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care. Oh, you're mean. Yeah, he is a butt. He's also unintentionally hitting on you, so. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Oh, no! I'm sorry to hear that, Gaming Master. Our reclusions are no joke. I mean, good news is, they have treatments for it, as you're finding out now. So hopefully you'll be up and at them after a while. But yeah, I know they're pretty frightening spiders. Yeah, you are. Hopefully it's in a location that isn't too bad for you. I know mobility can be hard. 4 hours long for the whole game, or just for one playthrough? Because otherwise it's going to take a while, and I don't have 4 hours in one day. We'll have to might have to do a sequel. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. No, that's just you being a sexist butt. This, not you gaming, and this is the main character. Yeah, maybe I should rename his name, rename it to Zap or something. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Well, thank you, gaming. Back of your left leg. Oh, man. That's yeah, this is this is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Ah, okay. Don't say things like that. Well, you're the one that's feeling up her shirt, man. Knock it off. Don't make me feel weird about it. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? I don't know. It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you would have notice sooner or later that doesn't fit anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are bigger again. No girl talks like that. I have children. They don't talk like that. Anyway, you look much better now, so here you go. Oh, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. It's not worth it. She hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew, that's so much better. Puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like that's a good thing? Because she can be an independent lady, doesn't need no man. I mean, then that way she feels good about herself. She's more likely to find a confident partner. Come on, keep up, pseudo bad person. Okay. Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do this thing, right? And you take care of me better than anybody else would anyway. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop us saying all these embarrassing things. She's hitting on you. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning? Doing it again. But I was joking this time. It's possible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everybody. What? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Hey, Ghost, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots around to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh, yeah. My relaxation now ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? Oh, I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Atsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. And I do the same myself. Alright, who should I show my poem to first? What do you phantoms think? But the gaming master wants me to share it with Yuri. Does anybody else have any recommendations? Farmer's leaning towards Sayori just because she got me into the first place. But gaming master says Yuri. His sin says Natsuki. And oh, we got a three-way tie in the chat. Well, I guess that means I'm tiebreaker, huh? So I guess we're gonna go with Sayori first. Alright, I'm definitely most comfortable sharing this with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good! I think it's just random words on paper. Fajitas. It's all about fajitas. And I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not good at this at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Haha! Ah, jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, though. You know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's your poem. And that's what makes it feel special. Like I could feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird. Oh, she's not. You're stunted socially, main character. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, I guess. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here, but then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Oh, don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Alright, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. It sounds like something my son would write. That's not a thing against Sayori. It's just the tone and the way it bounces. It just reminds me of something. But it sounds like something my son would tell me in the morning when he's getting breakfast. The shark is almost done, and I am excited to see it. Is it eating cupcakes? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Oh no. Oh, maybe just a little. You can't write just a little bit to a yes or no question. I have to do it. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or should I put it, it sounds just like you. Really? Well, yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Hi, Sayori. I'm getting hungry now, too. I'm not gonna lie. Even though you were late to school, it's to skip breakfast, you know. I get all cranky. Everybody gets cranky. Hangry is a thing. For all of you in the chat, eat some food, get something to drink. I'm doing okay myself. I have been busy bee, doing lots of application work for job hunting and everything else. Even though I might have one lined up, I still want to make sure I find the best job I can. So we're all doing what we have to do. I'm excited to get started, though, one way or another. And in this case here, it's nice to have a break with all of you. It really is. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah? But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, I guess Yuri should be up next then. She's the one that gave me the book and kind of gave us some ideas about this, so... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading it. Ooh. Oh, sorry. That bunt the cupcake girl. I forgot to start speaking about it. Oh, it's fine. Don't force yourself. Take your time. Oh, I just need to put my thoughts into words. Oh, hey, I understand. I struggle with that myself daily. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Well, yeah. Why do you ask? Oh, I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, is it that bad? Oh, no. Did I raise my voice? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Oh, it's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you gonna say? Well, right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of a new writer. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. To be honest, I don't know if I kind of get the concept of what she's saying, but not the full idea. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. That's called stage fright. For those of you who are not familiar with that, if you don't know a lot about something and you have to present and talk about it, getting started can be the hardest part. But once you start actually doing something, whether it's talking, whether it's playing, whether it's hanging out with somebody new, that stage fright, that anxiety, that situational anxiety starts to dissipate immediately as you start finding a groove, and then it becomes easy. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you some valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? Well, how so? Oh, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Always fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, the process behind it, too. She smiles dreamily, as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, that's kind of the point of the club. The ghost under the light. I'm starting to feel like that's written for me, but I know it's probably not. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. Last, yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing. Palms? I think it's a... Palm is. I think it is. Yeah, she got very pretty handwriting, but it's kind of hard to read, isn't it? Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, and I flicker back. It's a very, very well written, though. I like the pacing. Not sure what the purpose of it, though, is. Not off of the first idea, though. Oh, I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. No, your handwriting's really good. That's actually part of the reason why I couldn't read it very well. Oh, I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Well, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short, right? I usually write long poems. Oh, not at all. Yeah, I think the longer the poem, the easier it is. I mean, heck, everybody's heard of the epic poems of Homer, like the Iliad. Those read more like a book than a poem. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Oh, really? I must have totally missed the point, then. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. So you feel like you're not being shown at all, you like kind of haunt all over the place. Kind of like why I kind of feel like a phantom myself, and why I'd like to call all you guys phantoms. I feel like we're all kind of floating across the internet looking for something fun to do, and we just kind of haunt around for a while before we make our presence known. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Well, that's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it wouldn't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Well, I'm counting on you. Alright, who should be next? I guess Natsuki's next, right? We should probably also thank her for cupcakes. Cupcakes! Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Is that why you wanted to punch her cupcake? Well, excuse... Sorry, I couldn't help myself. It's not like I said it was bad. It just doesn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? You want me to smack you? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. It's so easy to read, and it's got a very simplistic structure to it, too. 3 words, all a piece. Why is the first one got a gap? Anyway. Eagle can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Kind of comical at the end with the way that's written. Everything else kind of sounds like something that's just like a kid pointing out things at the state fair. Eagle fly! Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Well, no, I like it. What? Just be honest. Well, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't? But because everyone in school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of a poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Well, yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I can understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Oh, hey! That's actually okay. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? No, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Monika's last. And she's probably gonna be mad. Oh, hi! Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities, things to do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'd be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I have to, don't I? Haha, don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, the poem. Oh, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would write. Oh, is that so? Yeah, you and Sayori are good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Huh, well, you may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Oh, well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading too much into it? I could be. Oh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Well, that's totally unexpected. No, not really. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I get comfortable though. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles though. But I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sounded pretty confident when everybody else is. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Oh, I see. Well, let's read it. Oh, huh? It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. Nope, I can't see. My reel blind like a film left out of the sun, but it's too late. My retinas! Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep? Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I have no idea what to think of that. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular these days. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one then? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Oh, an epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Oh yeah, where's our Doki Doki History Club? Where's the Dinosaur Club? I want the Dinosaur Club next. Monica, we should change it to the Dinosaur Club. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. That was like a radio voice. Alright, that's it. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Nah, that's all in your head. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuka. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuka's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Did you say something? Oh, there's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. I guess thanks. Yours just cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? I should call you about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? Oh, I know that. I just meant the language. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions then. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Okay, I got a feeling these two do not like each other at all, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Ghost did too. So based on that, I'd give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, well, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ghost liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Tsukasani stands up. Oh, really? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Oh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Am I gonna get pulled into something? Maybe you're just jealous that Ghost appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Yep, I'm getting pulled into something. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Oh, come on! I am not gonna say that out loud. I'm gonna get demonetized. That's okay. Akitsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned to me as if they noticed I was standing there. Ghost, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing as it can be effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. I'm sensing some... I'm sensing some projection here, guys. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convince complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well? How did I get dragged into this? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think I'm more highly of me. So of course it's gotta be... Really? Really? That's the only three options I've got, huh? There is a middle ground. They both can be right. It's literature. Come on. I suppose this is one of those things where I know the writer is trying to force me into one of them, but at the same time, I'm looking at this and going, you're both right. I took literature classes as a high school student and a college student. I know they're both can be right. Come on. And I already know that if you ask for Sayori for help, yeah, it'll make Sayori happy to help that you can help, but these both are going to be feeling like you can't defend you can't think for yourself. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks. All right, fine. I have to pick somebody. Crap. I mean, either way I'm doing this, it's gonna be bad. So I guess just... All right, we're gonna have Yuri help me. Wait. There's not an excuse for you to be so mean, though. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Oh, I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something very personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Oh, I see. I didn't notice that. Oh, I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you did take it too far. Yuri means well. And if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? I'm not gonna try to remember their names. That's okay. It's purple hair, pink hair, short hair, and long hair, right? Natsuki clenched her fist. In the end, nobody had taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need... You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatched up her poem up from the desk and stormed out. On her way out, she crumpled up the poem with her hand and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I act like that. You probably hate me. No. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of the club. Oh, it's nothing. One more thing. Oh, and that one thing that Natsuka did about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what? What thing did Natsuka say? Yeah, I'm not saying that out loud either. Well, never mind then. I'm gonna go make some tea. Oh, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. All right, everybody, it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about the sharing poems? It was fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Good. How about you? Yeah, I'd say I had some fun. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from our friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing them. Now to myself with newfound determination. Hey, Ghost, you ready to walk home? Yeah, sure, let's go. Yeah! Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what happened? Well, about what happened earlier. Oh, what do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuka? Natsuka. Slip of the tongue. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, that really is the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both normally wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, not at all. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make such good friends with you. Whew. It's nice that I got to spend some time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. What? That's, haha, every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. Sayori? I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. All writing. Okay. Alright. Now I gotta make another poem. Alright, fine. I'm gonna save my progress though. You won't stop me. Okay. Well, the last one was kind of about a cute cat and bunny rabbit, so I suppose now I gotta pick more words, huh? Plenty of words, huh? Vivacious. That's a fun word, but I don't think I need to worry about that. How about unrestrained? I like that one. Tears. Boop. 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 We're gonna go boop. I'm just gonna pick words that seem fun. Unrestrained. Boop. Anxiety. Charm. I like charm. What words stand out to me? Let's see here. Make me question things. I'm not even gonna use that word. Ooh, passion. Yeah, question your passions. Together. Oh, the smile. Next, I'm gonna pick parfait because I'm getting a little hungry. Ooh, sensation. Papa. Sometimes I say daddy at this point. Contamination. Vitality. Rare. Parfait music. Yeah. Like skirter around the issue or an article of clothing. I can't remember. Heritage of my childhood. There we go. childhood unrequited. I'm surprised she liked that word. Okay, so that's a big word. The massacre of extreme nature. Ah, I don't know. I have no idea where I'm going with this, Phantoms. Let's just the essence. Peaceful. Peaceful sunset. I don't know. With friends. Okay. I have no idea where this is going to go. Another day passes and it's time for the club. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the last couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. Okay. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood then. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, me too. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Oh, that's not like you at all. Well, I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? Oh, why that all of a sudden? Oh, no reason. I just wanted to know. She nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and it opens, and then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Yeah, I knew it. I can see right through you. There's no fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so then I'd have to give you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves the one option. Ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you felt guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. Oh, I wasn't listening or anything. There was something in my book. Yuri! Tell Ghost to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in this. Hey, I got involved in your conversation. Besides, generally buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little spin like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Oh, did I just... Oh, I suppose I didn't mean like that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to step the revolution? Retribution. Oh, that, yeah. Still, coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, I know. Where's the good stuff? But you wouldn't have come if you hadn't have cupcakes, right? So I had to trick Natsuka into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and stumbles onto the desk. What was... Huh? Oh, it's a cookie! Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It's a miracle! It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one actually works. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth it to see your reaction. Natsuki! This is so nice of you. I'm so happy! Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it! She rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. You're so good. Oh. Suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I think I bit my tongue! You're gonna go through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own. Well, yours looks good too. Can I try it? No. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate! Yeah, why don't you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. He's still in hand. Natsuki reaches over to nudge Sayori off her. Ooh. And then she steals a bite of her cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safely. Yori and I laugh. Jeez, your guys are kids. Monica, can you tell her to... Wait, that's what glances around. And she's not here. Oh, where's Monica anyway? That's a good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? No, me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Oh, well, of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do. She's pretty popular. You don't think she... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I feel very uncomfortable listening to this conversation. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry. I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You have so much strong will. Boyfriend? Why on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. I read that completely differently. I had to, glance for a second. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of the time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard all the bells at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Well, I don't, really. I just kind of started recently. I always wanted to learn. It's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's, maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'll look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. I didn't mean to put any pressure on you or anything like that. Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, did I miss anything? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. I'm not sure. I would figure after about an hour and 15 minutes into the game, we would start to see something weird. Someone was mentioning it takes about 4 hours to go through the entire loop. And then in 7 hours to do 100% of the game. So I thought that we'd start seeing something weird by now. Yuri's back to her book. Natsuki's disappeared in the closet. Ghost! So Yura comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from the other classroom. Why don't you come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, glue sticks. Oh, okay, I'll go with you. Yay! Hey, Lucky! Glad you made it. We're waiting for the weird stuff to happen. So far, it's been a lot of just talking on my part. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Oh, you going to go get some supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. Oh, but I want to go. It's so much fun exploring anti-classroom and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Yay! Ready? Alright, yeah, let's go. Why am I playing this game? Well, it's supposed to be a horror game, and I know it is. I mean, I've heard all the rumors and everything else about it, but I was expecting it to kind of move a little faster into the horror once it gets started, but it hasn't really started yet, which I'm very surprised by. I figured after playing Slay the Princess for a bit and enjoying that quite a bit, I wanted to try out what was supposed to be one of the big surprise horror games of what was it, 5 years ago? And it's taking a really long time to get started. I follow behind her, humming and skipping around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall. The worst poems of them all. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Hehe, me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna try taking turns on the stage and recite their favorite poem. Nah, I don't play Call of Duty myself. I think the last Call of Duty game I played was the original Black Ops when that came out. That's a long time ago. Nothing against the series, just haven't really had them catch my attention really. That sounds kind of dull. Ghost, you're not thinking about it the right way. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing. Like you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons at me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its flogging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. That sounds so dark. Oh, but to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland! Like that. Sayori, I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Oh, you're mean. Super hard on this, you know. I know. It's just that it's pretty unordinarily contrast to your cutie self. Don't say that. That's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. I guess so. Yeah, I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Spins around in the hallway again. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. Mission? It's been a long time since I spent time with her like this. No, you did that 4 days ago. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes around the world. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. I got a feeling she's hiding. She's just hiding anxiety issues, man. She got depression. She's masking. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going on adventurings with Sayori brings out about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Now, this is about pretty much the first boy in a literature club full of girls, and then things get really dark really quickly, as it's supposed to be a lot of stuff going on. I remember watching some of the like the game theorists covering some of this game a few years back when this game first dropped. So I know it gets dark and gets really weird, but I was expecting it to get a little weird after the first hour. Hey, life! Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Oh, they're the best ones, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Starts pulling out various crayons out of the box, reading the names. All right, that one was down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find the... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can take a look for the poster paper, then. I dropped one by accident. Ow! Soya bends over and smacks her head right inside the shelf. She falls to the floor, and this crayon spill all over her lap. Oh, yeah. Are you okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, this is just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see it. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts! Just for 1 second, let me see it. She slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry, there's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that's worrying yet, but I might have to actually flag this video just to make certain that nobody gets into trouble later. But then again, I also did a Code Vein and didn't have to flag that one. That one had plenty of its own stuff, so I don't know. We'll find out. There's a bump starting to form. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Ghost. Where would I even find ice at this time? I guess a cold drink would work. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, she makes a silly joke. Ah, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Oh, all right. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since I'll be using it as an ice pack, but still. I know she likes apple juice, so I'll get her that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead, one palm on her forehead, excuse me, and is using the other to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. Thanks, Life. I appreciate that you were able to stop by. Hopefully this will be entertaining. I said I'm getting worried that it won't be doing anything weird before the end of the stream. At least they were already in the wrong spot before I spilled them. Here, I handed Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. She opens the cap and starts drinking. What are you doing? It's for your forehead. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump. It sings. Just bear with it. You'll be a little better in a little bit. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, too, so good job. Hey, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I always tried to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things than you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying, and you would always rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you had blamed yourself and were afraid of getting into trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault, you know? Did I do that? Yeah. You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do. I guess I always so focused on my games I didn't pay attention to you. So in a way, that was my fault. Kinda like this time, I guess. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just comes naturally. Before I knew it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Oh, really? Well, maybe you're right. I'm glad that nothing's changed then. Do you think it'll be like this forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll end up after college, but it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. Well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are high. Well, I'm so happy then. Well, we were quiet for a moment as she stares whimsically at the ceiling. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, and when she's deep in her thoughts like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead. Not if I hide it under my bangs! Alright. Ow! Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Let's go! Follow Sayori out of the classroom. She plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but not with much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about to be ready to start sharing our poems. What's wrong with your forehead? Oh, she's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked myself on the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything you needed? I have it right. Oh, forgot to grab it! Calm down. I have it all right here. Yeah, where's the graphic update? Come on. I found the poster paper too. Yeah, sounds like you end up doing all the work. No, Sayori, I failed to come up with an excuse for her. I made it an adventure. Yeah, you did. Okay, well, in any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess you should grab mine. All right, making sure the crayons are nice and tight. We return to our seats. Time to start sharing poems. Okay, so who should go first this time, huh? We just spent a lot of extra time with Sayori, so maybe we'll do Yuri this time. Have her take a look at my poem. Sin says Monica, huh? You know what, sure, we did her last time. Let's do her first this time, why not? Hello again! How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. Here, let's take a look. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I'm not counting on that. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? And again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of the time. And you can always talk to me now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, not at all. It's nothing like that. I'm just getting used to being here, that's all. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're seeing. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, anyway, let's read those poems, huh? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Okay. Yeah. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I never really seen before, really. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Yeah, sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right decision, or right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day! Sorry, it makes it sound like this is going to be like the more you know. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected happens. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? Anyway, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay. Alright, well, we did Monica. Let's do Yori next. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done. Your skills are improving. Oh, really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's starting to get weird, huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to do a little more daring. Metaphors go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through the feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. Are we talking about writing? I see. That's a certainly interesting... I can't even say the phrase. It's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you worked on? She nods and hands me the poem. Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Wait, what? I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. We are well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of a cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, my urge. The moon increments its phase and it reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. This feels more like just a short story than a poem. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that's gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. I was a little bit more daring with this one. I can see that. It's a little bit more metaphorical, huh? I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right, it is a bit more to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take this at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually focused to keep myself. Wait, what? So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Well, because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might even be ranting now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright. Alright, let's do Sayori last. It'll give her a chance to clear her head. Well, it's not like really any worse than your last one, I guess. But I can't really say it's any better either. Oof. What phew. Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. What makes you... Wait, maybe that's a compliment. Glad to see someone's recognizing my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Oh, you think so? Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you've never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Well, that's a little harsh. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, well, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem now, huh? Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? She likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not a friend of hers. Oh, she's got a lot more words than hers now. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sings the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not a friend with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, and she's gross. The world's better off without spider lumblers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Well, that got weird really quickly. Not bad, huh? It's quite a bit longer than your last one. Yesterday was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you don't think that was the best I can do. Of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in the poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Oh, of course. It's about how everyone thinks my... Oh wait, that doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby, or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you, or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect each other for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about the same thing, yes, similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Oh, really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. That's okay. Seems to be having trouble finding some words, huh? I guess I should try not to be so mean to her, huh? If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri makes me feel secure yesterday, so... But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there are good messages to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I'm gonna be running out of time here. Hey, Sayori, can we pick up the pace a little bit? I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's, this one too. I thought it's been like 4 days now. Why does it mean yesterday? You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Huh? No way, not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, you idiot. It just means that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in my life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting me into this business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I'm trying to explain things to you, do you? I pat her head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? No, maybe. Starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, will you give me your poem now? I don't want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me, right? So yeah, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Alright, are you even listening? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when you get home. Really? Ah! I broke my pencil! She hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped, but being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab her arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Not as good as yours, though. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Wow, everybody's writing big ones. My voice is starting to hurt. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie. Whoa! It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. The little bulbs of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put that bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, in a row, all in a row. And then he put that bottle inside another box, and he mailed that box to yourself. No, I'm sorry, that's a different movie. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring the dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. Yeah, it starts on more and more to depression, girl. You need to see a therapist. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from my shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in the shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is an echo inside my head. Bunty Cupcaker. Holy crap. Sarah, did you write all this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I can see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Well, creepy? Well, no, not... Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud. What? Yeah. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. She's depressed and she needs help. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna help writing until I die. Get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no matter than a week later. That's called ADHD, and she's got severe anxiety and depression about it. Come on, get her some help. Oh no, right now I want to make sure she's safe, and I got a feeling this is not going to end well, is it? And I don't have a lot of time to cover this. We're going to be out of time soon, Phantoms. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for the day, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the classroom. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we're going to be putting together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what's actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about this already. We're going to be performing. What? Huh? Monica! Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to be letting anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all in the posters in case someone wants to prepare ahead of time. Yeah. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could not, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's not like I'm asking them. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud in a room full of people. And I guess I overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best shot. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each puts on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all here in the club today. Don't you want to share with other people? I'm getting like cult vibes from you. To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is to stand in front of a room for 2 minutes and recite a poem, then I know you can do it. They remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. Well, I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out. Maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Fine. I guess I'll just have to go with it. Alright. Oof. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems to the club, how do you expect to do it to strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. She flips a notebook to a specific poem she has in mind. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. And she begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. I'm glad I don't have to read it. Is this something that she's done before, or is she just a natural at this? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't quite understand. And then finally, Monica finishes recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Well, thank you. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? No, I will go next. Oh, wow, Yuri's all fired up. She clenches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called, and she glances at each of us. And you can do it. After image of a crimson eye. Her voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing inside her own head. And suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality, glances around her, and is bewildered even herself. Up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Hey, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm up next then. Alright, she carefully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha! Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so come up with the best way. Alright, okay then. She begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Soya is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from her voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ghost liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you nicely. But it might be that the other poems won't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't think I understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Thanks. Well, I've been practicing for that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenged you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? I think we got time for one more poem. We're running out of time, Phantoms. Come on, Monica. Let's get this thing weird. Don't make me go before Ghost. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ghost lower everyone's expectations a little before I have to go. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'm just going to have to go with what I wrote for the day. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel really awkward. And I recite my poem. Because I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. I'm sorry I'm not really good as everyone else yet. Oh, don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve with time, though. Maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. She begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little bit. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people now? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want in front of other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. It's a surprise. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much of a worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead then. Well, that's fine. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm always pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. And no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep, yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk Sayori home. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, sorry, I was spacing out. No worries. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, she fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk with you home. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, how do I know if Yori's even on the same way home? I mean, she might be on the other side of town. Sorry, you think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's beautiful, she's smart. Jeez, I've already seen her. I see her in club every day. Besides, you always seem like you're always ready to go home together. I wouldn't ruin that for you. You're so silly. You think about me too much. Yuri wouldn't deserve it even if she... Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it. So, sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out you sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thinking for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? All right, Phantoms. Wow, we've gone through a lot of stuff, and it didn't get as weird as I was hoping. Holy crap, Phantoms. But I'm gonna have to leave it there. This has been a long playthrough. I guess the 4 hours must be through one run, not all the runs. So I'm gonna have to do multiple runs, I guess. So yes, we're gonna have to do a part 2. Yeah, Froggo, I am gonna have to do a lot more walk homes. But at least this is it for me today, Phantoms. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Maybe hit the subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm probably gonna jinx it, I know. So we'll at least have a part 2. Hope maybe more if it needs more playthroughs. I mean, we did that with Slay the Princess, so we can do this some more as well. Until the next time we meet up, Phantoms, good day, good night, and I will see you all later. Thank you, Froggo, Sin, Life for making it. Lucky, good to see you too. Bye-bye.